This is the story of two teenage students who, by sheer misfortune, get stranded on a deserted island. On this island, they encounter a lost soul, and this unexpected closeness turns two strangers into friends. Over time, their friendship grows into a deep and heartfelt love, unforgettable love, in the middle of the wild island. Today's story begins by introducing Emma, a beautiful young girl who wakes up early in the morning to get ready for school. Emma is a top student at her school, well known and admired by many, with a lot of friends. On the other hand, we have Dean, a boy who is the exact opposite, lazy, slow to wake up, and constantly running late. One morning, as Dean arrives late, he bumps into Emma and apologizes, calling her princess. Later, Mr. Christian Sen starts explaining the details of an upcoming school trip. During this, Lizzie whispers to Emma that Dean is also going on the trip. Thanks to his father's money, she makes a face at him. At lunch, Lizzie tells her friends about the morning incident between Emma and Steven. She also mentions that on the trip, they'll have a whole week to use their magic to create tension between Emma and Steven. But Emma insists that they should focus on the trip, not drama. As the chatter continues, Emma notices Dean quietly slicing an apple with a knife. A little later, Miss Collier, a teacher, approaches Dean and scolds him for bringing a knife to school, taking him to the principal's office. Lizzie then comments to her friends that Emma shouldn't be around boys like Dean, especially when a hot guy likes her. The next morning, Emma gets ready for the trip, thanking her mother, Barbara, and her father, Phil, for letting her go. Dean, on the other hand, doesn't want to go, but his father, Jack, reminds him how hard they worked to secure his spot, despite him breaking school rules. Reluctantly, Dean agrees to go. We then see Mr. Christian Sen instructing everyone to board the bus, which will take them to a local boat. At first, Emma refuses, but her friends insist, and eventually, she joins them. Once on the boat, Emma looks for Helen at the party, but instead sees Steven kissing another girl, which makes her want to leave immediately. From the side, Dean witnesses everything. He tells Emma that her boyfriend has failed her and cuts a rope to prevent them from returning to the party. He explains that he doesn't want to deal with the police and that once they're free, they'll reach the bigger boat. But soon, the boat drifts far away from everyone else. Emma and Dean try to stay calm, hoping someone will come to rescue them. But then, Emma spots a small island in the distance, and Dean decides to steer the boat toward it. After a difficult journey, they finally reach the island. Meanwhile, back at school, Mr. Christian Sen takes attendance and notices that Dean is missing. That's when it becomes clear both Dean and Emma are missing. Phil also arrives, and everyone panics, asking the principal about the missing students. The principal is unable to provide answers, and the group leaves, worried. On the island, Emma and Dean try to move forward, but there is no clear path and no help in sight. Frustrated, they decide to return to the boat, only to find it gone, carried away by the strong waves. The next morning, Dean notices Emma is missing. While searching, he finds her at the shore, writing SOS in the sand. When he asks what she's doing, Emma explains that she's trying to save their lives and is confident the authorities will find them soon. Later, while fetching water, Emma senses something strange around her. The water is deep, and she cannot wear full pants or even her underwear properly, so she cuts her full pants to manage. Then, she notices Dean sleeping in a small hut and decides to sleep next to him for safety. When Emma is bathing in the waterfall, Dean comes over and asks her for sunscreen. Emma responds, "I'm bathing here, you go to the other side." Dean replies, "But you're the one who told me to guard here." Hearing this, Emma explains, "There's someone else on this island, that's why I said that." Back at the hotel, Barbara is extremely worried about Emma. The news reports that Emma and Dean's disappearance case has now become official, and the police suspect that both of them might be dead. Meanwhile, Phil is getting ready to go home because Emma's younger sister, Stacy, is alone, but Barbara is still frightened. Phil comforts her, saying Emma will be found, and with that, he hugs her. The next day, Jack takes a helicopter with Barbara to search for Emma and Dean. On the island, night is falling, and Emma confides to Dean, saying she misses her family a lot. Then Dean finds a human skull, which scares Emma deeply. She tells him that this person might have been trapped here just like them, and that this could be their own fate. Dean reassures her, saying the skull might belong to a smuggler who died here, but our parents are behind us, and we are not alone on this island. He convinces her that as long as they are together, they will never die here, and that one day they will definitely go back home. After saying this, Dean starts kissing Emma. It's the first time Emma has ever kissed anyone, and Dean pushes all boundaries. Suddenly, a storm hits the island, and Emma experiences it with pure joy, enjoying the thrill for the first time. The next morning, Emma wakes up to find Dean is not there. She calls out for him, but he doesn't respond. Fear sets in, and she ventures into the jungle to find him. A little further, she sees Dean digging a hole, and she doesn't understand why he's doing it. Suddenly, Emma falls and injures her knee, and Dean immediately rushes to heal her wound. Dean reassures her, saying, "Nothing's going to happen to you." Then, they both start bathing together in the waterfall. Here, Dean opens up to Emma, telling her that his mother died in a car accident. Emma listens to him carefully, taking in every word. After a while, it starts to rain heavily, and Dean begins to play and enjoy the storm. Emma watches him, happy to see his joy. Soon, they both start dancing in the rain, and Dean even places a flower in Emma's hair. Emma tells Dean, "I want to enjoy the storm again," and Dean gets ready to bring the storm back for her. Meanwhile, back on the mainland, the news reports that Emma and Dean have been missing for over a month. The police now believe that they are no longer alive and officially stop searching for them. Despite this, Emma's friends refuse to give up hope, convinced that Emma and Dean are still alive. Barbara feels the same way. Determined, she takes a helicopter with Jack to search for her daughter again, distributing letters everywhere with information about Emma and Dean's whereabouts. After doing everything possible, Jack admits to Barbara, "We've done all we can, but still, Emma and Dean haven't been found. Maybe it's time to go back home." Barbara, disheartened, returns home. Back on the island, Dean tells Emma about a mysterious light his mother had told him about, saying he can see it when the sun sets, but he's never seen it before. Weeks pass, and both of them start to truly enjoy the beauty of the island. They bathe in the sea, play around, and grow closer and closer. Whenever they feel like it, they experience the thrill of storms and even earthquakes together, fully embracing their adventure. After some time, Emma finally asks Dean, "How did you do it for the first time? And who was it with?" Dean replies, "When I was in school, I had an older friend who helped me learn." Realizing that Emma is experiencing all of this for the first time, Dean then gently asks, "So, how did you like it?" But because of the storm, the sand shifted everywhere, making things even more chaotic. Emma says, "I want to experience more." We then see both of them venturing into the jungle to gather some fruit. Dean moves a little further ahead and starts breaking open the fruit. Suddenly, they hear the sound of a plane overhead. Both of them run to an open space, hoping to get noticed. Dean quickly searches Emma's bag for a flare gun, but it's not there. By the time they realize it, the plane has already flown far away. Emma searches again for the flare gun, but she still can't find it. It becomes clear someone else is on the island, stealing their things. A few days pass. Only one plane has flown over them so far, and no one has come to rescue them. Sitting in their hut, they begin to talk about giving up all hope of returning home. They decide that if they are to survive, they must spend their time together fully and accept life on the island. Suddenly, Dean hears the sound of an animal and heads into the jungle to investigate. Emma, worried about him, follows closely behind. As Dean moves deeper into the jungle, he spots a black panther. He immediately starts running, but after a long chase, he falls to the ground. Emma reaches him and sees that Dean has a knife covered in blood. He has killed the Black Panther. Meanwhile, back in the outside world, all of Emma and Dean's friends and family have moved on, resuming their lives without them. On the island, Emma and Dean learn to survive and live. They hunt for food, build a life together in a hut, and slowly accept that rescue may never come. Leaving all hope behind, they happily spend their days with each other. One day, when Emma starts vomiting, Dean jokingly asks if she's pregnant. She laughs and says, "No, I just threw up." Then she lies down next to Dean to feel better. While they're talking, some of Emma's lost items start falling from above. Looking up, they see a monkey in a tree, tossing their belongings around. Amazingly, the monkey even has the flare gun Dean couldn't find that day. Emma cleverly shows the monkey a banana, and it throws the flare gun down for them. After that, they hear the sound of a helicopter overhead. They run to an open space, and Emma quickly loads the flare gun and fires it. The helicopter crew sees them, and finally, they are rescued. After 3 months, Emma and Dean return home. At the airport, friends and family rush to greet them, overwhelmed with joy. Their parents take them home, happy and relieved to have them back. That same night, Dean goes to see Emma. They talk about how strange it feels to be home after everything they've been through. Dean moves in to kiss her, but Emma gently pulls back, saying her parents check on her every 10 minutes, and maybe he should leave for now. She adds, "My parents have organized a party, and you have to come too." The next day, everyone gathers at the party, and Emma's parents address the crowd. After the party, Dean notices Emma isn't with everyone else, and he says he doesn't like being around large groups. Dean invites Emma to join him, but she declines. Seeing this, Dean leaves the party, and life slowly begins to return to normal. Back home, Emma becomes very famous thanks to her experience and courage. Dean, however, remains more reserved and alone. Whenever Emma and Dean pass by each other, they simply exchange glances, full of unspoken emotion. A few days later, Emma calls Dean, but he doesn't answer. Emma then goes to Stacy's room. She tells her, "After you went missing, we missed you so much. Mom and Dad were so worried. We thought we might have lost you forever, but now we're all together, and I'm so happy." She adds, "You're the best sister ever," and the two of them decide to attend the prom together. Meanwhile, Dean visits his mother's grave, overwhelmed with grief, missing her deeply. Later that night, as the prom party begins, Dean is watching TV. His father notices and asks, "Do you want to wear my coat to the party?" Meanwhile, Emma arrives at the prom with Stacy. Shortly after, Lizzie approaches her, ready to give Emma a surprise. Lizzie takes Emma to the party. Outside, Emma notices Dean standing in the rain, wearing a coat, waiting patiently for her. Seeing him there, memories of the island flood back. All the struggles, adventures, and moments they shared together. Moved by everything they've been through, Emma leaves the party and goes to Dean. The two of them reunite joyfully, embracing each other. They share a heartfelt kiss, finally expressing all the emotions they had held back. And with this touching, emotional moment, the story comes to a close. If you loved this video, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share it with your friends. We've got more epic movie breakdowns coming.